We'll take a look at it now. So I guess you need to reach in there and pull stuff out. Oh yeah, that looks much better. It's not perfect, but it does look really good. That might be as far as it's gonna go, especially since it's been 22 hours. But yeah. Now all of the bones are laid out to dry. Okay guys, so the bones are clean. You can see they're mostly white now. So we are going to glue them together, and we are going to use this Blue Catfish skull as a reference, just in case I don't know where a certain piece goes, even though I know most of them because I've done this several times. But this one is 100% complete. It has everything, including the gill arches and everything. So that's our reference over here. And then we pull out the pieces. Here's our main piece. Then we have the gill arch pieces. Let me move this back. And then the complex vertebrae, the jaw, these pieces that go on the underside of the skull, the operculum bones, which go like, how do you go? They go like this. Then the other one of these, which goes on this side. And then we have these two, which go on the underside of these. These connect together like that. At least they should. Then we have the pectoral fin spines. I'll have to make sure I know which way each one goes, but those go out to the side. The dorsal fin spine, which goes back here. And then we have the top jaw tooth pads, which go like this in the front. Then I will have to get all of these vertebrae in the right order. Then we have this high tie, which goes on the top, and I just stabbed myself. Kira, leave tie alone, or I guess other way around, tie, leave Kira alone. Okay, so this goes here. Then we have these pieces, which I'm pretty sure go on the underside attached to that. However, I don't have the other one of these for some reason. Then these go on the top of the skull. And we have some more assorted small pieces that go with this piece. And little shard. And then the rest, then this is one of the whisker bones, the barbel bone. I don't have the other one. Then the rest is all ribs. Okay, so we're good to begin. So we're going to start with the main skull here. I'm just going to, these are kind of locked in place, but I'm just going to glue them anyway to make sure they're firm in there. So we'll just hold this here. And just get the glue in there. We want to make sure it's nice and secure. Then on the opposite side, tie. Put the glue in there. And then we'll give that like 5 seconds to harden. Low power hot glue has its advantages. Okay. So there we go. That's now intact like it was already. Next, we have the other one of these. This one stayed on, so I'm just going to glue that in place again just to make sure that it's in there, because we don't want it to come apart. So just run that along there. Okay, now we have that one in place. Then the next one we have going like this, I think. This seems weird. unless it just... Yeah, this one has a weird placement. That's interesting. Unless it went on top like that. Oh yeah, it goes on top like that. Okay, so it goes on top like this. Yep, okay. That's how it goes. Okay. So then this goes on like that. Remove the strings. Okay, flip it over. Then had to add a place a little bit. I'll need to re-glue it now that it's in its better place. So let me take off that glue. Okay, I got it resituated on the top. This part wasn't curving in, so it has to be like that. So now I can glue it. Yep, okay. So now we glue the same spots. And then right here. Then turn it upside down, and I need another glue stick. Okay, then we glue in here. Then on this side we'll glue it just to keep it nice and safe. Okay, so now we have that done. Now next, I think, well, first we will remove these strands of glue. Then the next step would be to get the complex vertebrae on, because that serves as an attachment point for lots of other bones. So that's the next important step, is to get that after I get these strings. Almost got them. Okay. Next up, complex vertebrae, this big guy. Now this one is going to be complicated like always, but it basically just fits on here in the back. However, they never cooperate properly and are a nightmare to get sitting on here. because they for some reason seem like they wouldn't fit together, even though that's where it belongs. So you just gotta make it complicated and shove it together. But yeah, that is so weird. They never work. But whatever. We shall try it. So now we will just stick a whole lot of glue in here in between the attachment point. Just squirt a lot of glue in there and then shove it on like that. Then we need to seal it and make sure it's stuck on there. And once again, that's the annoying part, because they never seem like they belong to the same animal. But they do. Or at least when I glue them together, I've never had a nice individual. I mean, I'm sure there's some out there that fit perfectly, but this guy did not. Okay. Now that is on there, making the skull a whole lot larger. Of course, we have some more strings. Okay, so now top view and side view, we have this. So I'm going to glue this again, just spread some glue across here, because we do not want this to break. Then we do have a gap in between these because, like I say, it's not perfect. Catfish just suck. So we need to get some glue in here, but honestly I might not do that, even though it's not going to be strong. I mean, I need like cardboard in here, honestly. But yeah, okay. So the next step, we can get the top jaw tooth plates in. So those fuse together like approximately like this. They're not perfect either, but something like that. And then those go in the roof of the mouth right here. So to do that, I'm going to just put glue down. Oops, they were upside down. Because yeah, you want the top side to be showing, which is where the teeth are. So that goes here. If I can get it. There we go. Just like that. So then just get glue in here on both of these, and then slide these in. Then we're going to flip it over to make sure I have them in place. Yep. Perfect. Now the tooth plates are in there. So that's where all the teeth would be, but they all fell out. Okay. Now we have some larger pieces. So these two, like I say, they go together and form the gill arch kind of area. So I have no clue how easy this is going to be to get them to fit. Usually it's kind of complicated, but that might be it like this. You just shove them together, and however they go is how they go, but more like that. So big wide bone, and then we'll see, because that should go into this. So this bone right here, this little notch, has this going through it. So this and this go into a notch. And let me move all these other bones out of the way. Okay. So to get this in place, we'll flip it over. And then what about this guy? How is it in place on you? So on you, we have it going in between there. So just like that. We want it like this. Okay. So, and actually before I do this, I'm going to glue the fin spines in because otherwise that's going to be a bit difficult. So we have the serrated fin spines and actually apparently I need to glue that, but we'll see. So I cannot for the life of me remember which one goes on which side, but that seems wrong. So it's got to be this one, I think. So just go in there. No, it might be the other one. But it always takes forever. Let me pause it and I'll cut to it done. Okay, I have them in there, but they're not glued yet. It wasn't as hard as I thought. For some reason, I just had to stop the video. Okay, we have the fin spines glued in. Then we just need to, once again, place this in here, which it goes in there like that. Okay, and then it's lifted up because it is not touching here. So it would go about like this. And that is, yeah, that's about right. Okay. So then I will need to put, let's see. So we want this to be even. Okay, so first I'm going to glue this, these sutures shut. That way it does not mold in the position I'm holding it in. That way it stays in that spot. And of course I need more glue, another glue stick. Okay. So gotta glue all of these holes. All of them. Okay. Now that should be good. Now I need to glue the top. So now we'll glue on the inside here. So just hold that again and get the upper side here. So we want to make sure it does not come apart. Okay. Oop. And then one of the little parts of the bone is coming off, so I'll glue that back on. It's just a tiny little nub on by the fin spine. Okay. Now that's done. We have this whole piece done, although it needs to cool off a little bit. The glue's still warm. But now we have the pectoral girdle. And now Percy's sad. It's like 2 a.m. right now, so he wants someone to play with him, even though that doesn't happen at 2 a.m. But he's lonely, so. Okay. Then need to make sure it's even on both sides. And it should be good like that. So I'm gonna need to get glue on these spots here, which might be tricky, but we'll see what I can do. Need another glue stick. Then more glue here. Okay. Then we have glue on, I think, mostly everywhere else. Other than not. Oop, glue stick fell out. Might be difficult to do with a new glue stick. No, I got it. Okay. Remove the strands. Got a lot of them now. But it is held in place. So it's locked in. Okay. So now we have this. Let me lift this. Oh, nope, that won't work. Anyway, it's locked in place now. So that's a nice big skull. We can leave it right side up. Then the next step is I'm going to glue these pieces together. They were simple, it just goes like that. So I'll get that one. Now the funny thing with this is that this looks like it'd be the top, but it's actually this that's the top. And so this attaches on to the back and goes, and if I can figure it out, it attaches onto this part here on the complex vertebrae, but I need to figure out how it goes exactly. Because the dorsal fin spine connects to this. Is it not here? What does the other one look like? Okay, the other one goes... Oh, I see. It goes like this. Ish. Wait, no, it does go like this. Okay. It kind of just gets shoved in here for some reason. Doesn't look like it would go there, but it just gets shoved in. Interesting. Because, yeah, according to that one, it's just shoved in there. Okay. So, shove that in. Then we need to glue it. I'll just set it down. Okay. Then spin it around and glue the other side. Okay. So we got most of it done now. Now the next step is turn it to the side, and we have the operculum pieces, which just go on the side. So they connect on like this kind of, but we got a lot of strings, so let me get those. Actually, this became slanted. How did that happen? I guess it didn't harden yet. Okay. So, the operculum pieces need to go on the side, so let me pause that and get that done. So actually I'm going to glue these two pieces together. There's one on each side. So let me get these held together. And we'll wait a few seconds. I need to get the underside. And for some reason, once again, these pieces don't fit together perfectly, which is weird because, I don't know, just catfish are weird. My example skull that I bought for $80 has very nice example of how it should go together. But anyway, got this. Then we have to do the other side, so the other one of these with the other one of these. And then that gets glued in place. Like this. So like that. Okay. I'll just do that. Well, that burns. That's gonna cause a blister. Which is funny because usually it doesn't hurt. Okay, let's try that again. Put the glue on there. And then get that into place. Now I need to make sure it lines up with the other one. Okay, then glue the underside. Okay, so now we have both of these ready, but I'm going to wait until we get the jaw attached on. So the jaw is pretty big, attaches like that. However, we actually have attachment points on the skull, and those are right here, which you can kind of see those here. So it goes on like this and like this, and then they go together. So I don't know if I'll be able to get this positioned right that easily. I might need something under them. Give me a second. Okay, so we got a little box. Then we should be able to get this sitting here if I do this like this. Okay. Maybe. Okay, let me try the Kleenex box then, because apparently the jaw goes up higher. Okay, that might actually work because it's off level. Like, so, I don't know how that happened, but that is gross. But maybe this will work if I do this. No. I'm just gonna have to hold it. Okay. So we'll put a lot of glue on here and then shove it in place like that. Then wait for it to harden, which shouldn't take too long, other than it's not being supported in the front by anything yet, so it might tilt a little, like it might be a little loose. Nope, okay, it's hardened. Add a little bit more glue. Okay. Then the other one. So add a lot of glue on here, all over. And then stick it in place. And then I'll see if I can get these together. I'll have to bend that a bit when it's done. Okay. So get that one hardened like that. Okay. That one's good on glue. Okay, then this one needs to bend over here more. So I just need to hold it in place like this and put glue in the middle. Please don't drop that on my finger. Hold those together probably for a few seconds, like at least 10 or 20, because I'm holding this in place. Nope, that didn't work. That hurt. The glue is not normally this hot, but it might have been plugged in enough that it takes, it's getting warmed up. Usually it takes forever to get hot, but looks like it's working well. Then you smear that, and I'm going to rip a little bit of this off. Okay. Bottom jaw is done. We can remove the boxes. That's looking like a catfish. Okay. Now the next step, we have these guys. So now these go on and connect to where the bottom jaw just went on, which is why I did the bottom jaw first before doing these. So these, I'm going to flip it upside down for this. These, and now that goes on this side. Okay. These have a nice fit here where this piece goes on nice and snug, like that, nice and snug. So that's the next step. Okay. So we glue this in place here, and then the other one. Okay. I'll actually just put glue on this side. And then shove that in place here. Oh, that glue didn't even touch anything. Did that go on good? Yep. Okay. That's on. Then we do the one on the opposite side. Okay. So turn it. Then put glue on this, except I need another glue stick. Okay. Glue on here. And then shove that in here. Like that. Yep, just like that. Okay. Then we need the secondary glue in here on this part to make sure it's held in place. Then remove all the strands, if I can get them. Okay. Those are nice and in place. So we flip it upside down to the right side. Then dorsal fin spine. We'll get this in place. Except actually I probably shouldn't have glued that. I don't know. How do we get the dorsal fin spine in there? Oh, okay, I see. It just goes in here, which it has a little groove, but I don't think it's gonna work properly. It's gonna snap if I try to do this. Oh, it did not snap. Okay, dorsal fin spine goes in here. So that's funny how it just stays on there because of that loop. But we need to glue it. So glue in here, and then shove it up. We want it nice and tall. So there we go, it's sticking up. Now that's dried in place. It's looking good. Okay. Now next I gotta figure out where, oh, and this actually goes here on this piece, so let me get that done too. It's just an extra thing of bone. Let me pause and figure out how that goes. Okay, so that piece just went up here and completes the line of the back. Then we have these, which I need to see the, maybe not. I was gonna say maybe need to look at the reference one, but I guess not. So these go on the underside like this, and I'm missing one of these sadly, but that's where it would attach, like this. And I think that one goes on that side. So it is safe to glue that. So just put some glue on this piece. Then this goes on like that. There we go. And like I say, the next one doesn't have one of those. And of course this piece might be one of the ones that goes here, I don't know. I need to figure that out. Yes, this piece goes here, I think. Like that. Yep, that's how it goes. So, right on here, if I can get it. So like that, then it has a little spike, kinda. Okay. And I do have this piece. I mean, I have some chunks that could go on this part here because it looks to be missing a chunk. Also, I have this, I guess, which would go somewhere up here. Somewhere. But anyway. Okay. Then I gotta look for where this piece goes on my example. Okay, so that piece goes right here, this little throat piece. So on my model, I'll keep it upside down. And then these can't exactly go together perfectly because, like I say, I'm missing this one piece. So it would go like this. But let's see, what do I want to do about that? Do I have... See, I don't even know what the heck this is. I'll probably not include it because that's just so weird. I don't know. Maybe part of the gill arches, but... So yeah, this goes like... Oh yeah, the underside. Okay. So that goes right here. Okay. Okay, so then we flip it over. This piece goes right up against this joint. So approximately like that. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of glue in here and then shove that into place like this. Then going to let that dry. And this one, it won't have anything to rest on, so I gotta be careful. It doesn't even get to connect with anything because the other one isn't long enough because I don't have the full thing for some reason. I don't know where the rest of it went, but it's not there. Yeah, it's gonna need a while longer to harden. Still a little bit longer. Okay. Then we have the other one. So once again, just goes into this little crevice here. So right about, yeah, there. Okay. So just like that. Now we need another glue stick. Okay, and it's hardened in place, at least mostly. Okay. Now, we have these two pieces which go in the kind of nose area. I don't know if these are actually from its nose or what they're for, but they go on this one. They're on the underside by the teeth. Of course, this one doesn't have teeth, but still, they go with the fat part facing forward, facing like this, and that part on the inside, I think. Huh, interesting. Okay, so they go attached onto these pieces here, part of the skull. So it goes like that. Oop, there goes the glue stick. Okay, so like that. Yep, like that. Okay, that goes there. And that goes just like that. Okay. Then the other one. And that one goes right. If I can get it. Right. The glue stick fell out again. Right there. Okay. Then that goes like this. In here. Like that. Okay. Then we have our singular barbel bone. So I need to flip this around. If I can get this string off really quick. Okay, there we go. Then this, let me flip this guy also. So this one goes, let's see, facing like this on this side. So it goes in here like that. Okay. So then put some glue here. And there it is, like that. Ah, I got myself again. Okay. Then that is it for the main parts of the skull. Then we have the vertebrae. So let me turn this around. And I just need to figure out how they all go. So looking at this one, if I can get that there. We have, I mean, they all look fairly similar other than they do go in an order. I'm assuming with the biggest ones, like the shortest things first. So if these are the next few vertebrae, and it should be relatively easy to figure out because all vertebrae work together somewhat. Okay, so just figuring them out, putting them together, they go like this, and I need to glue them. Okay, the vertebrae are glued together now. And like I said, they go from smallest to largest. Then they just fit in underneath the underneath the complex vertebrae. But first we need to glue the little rib pieces on. Then we have to glue in all of these little rib pieces into these vertebrae. So I'll do that. Okay, now these are glued in place. So then, like I said before, this just attaches on right here. So once again, it's a catfish, so its bones don't fit together perfectly. And some of the vertebrae were warped, which I find funny. In between the segments, they were messed up. But yeah, let's get some glue on here. Hopefully that's enough, but it won't be. Need another glue stick. And then I need to attach this here, if I can get it. Okay. Now that is done. And we have these two pieces. I already attached one, but they go under this. So I don't know if I'll be able to attach them, but it looks like I might be able to. And they just go facing like this with the rest of the skeleton. Here's the top and the dorsal fin. They just go like this, facing downward like that underneath here. So I might be able to get those in. Okay, then the next one. Okay, I did get them. Then I have all of these pieces, but I think they go to the gill rakers because they do not go to the ribs. So I'm going to ignore those and let them be. So that would be it then for the skull. Now I'll show it off to you guys because it is complete. So yeah. And here they are. So this was the original, and its fins are taxidermied, so they're preserved. And it has these eye rings here, and the gill arches are intact, and it has all of the teeth in there. And this one does not, but it has where the teeth were on the jaw. It's missing the pieces in here, and the gill arches, and the eye ring. But other than that, I would say I did an amazing job putting that together. It looks really nice. And it looks a lot like the other one, just a lot bigger and missing a few pieces, but overall, yeah, it looks pretty nice. And it's definitely over a foot long. There might be a ruler in here. Give me a second. It is 16 inches, but it's only about 12 and a half, maybe 13 from the front to the back. And then the fin spine adds another 4 inches to the length in the back. And counting the fin spines, it is over a foot wide. And then of course the fins would be even bigger than that, because you can see here the fin extends past the bone, so it'd have even bigger fins. And this one is about a foot long, counting the top fin. So anyway, you can get a nice look at both of these guys, and they're pretty similar. But yeah, I'm happy with that. It turned out really good. So that's pretty cool. Really nice skull. And of course it has one of the barbel pieces, but not the other. For some reason that didn't preserve. This one has both. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching the process. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.